Welcome back. We've got an update on a story we covered a few weeks ago out of BYU. The school says that after extensive review, it found no evidence of racial heckling toward Duke women's volleyball player Rachel Richardson. Richardson alleged that she repeatedly heard a racial slur directing at her during the August 26 match from someone sitting in BYU's student section. The school reviewed all available video and audio recordings and contacted more than 50 people who attended the event, including some Duke athletes and staff members, and they say they found no evidence of that.
So, guys, the BYU investigation has concluded, and is anybody shocked? This situation from BYU's deep, thorough investigation claims to be a hoax. And I'm not sure people understand the extensive, these colleges so woke, they literally are searching for racism. So I'm sure they did audio detaching, trying to listen to certain lines of audio. You know, all that is out here, right? Like people that do podcasts and you can mix and do all this kind of stuff. So these colleges have tried all that technology and came up with the goose egg. Now on this screen you will see Brad Clark. This is the attorney running in Lisa Pamplin's district. Everybody talking about her. You got to put the aim on Brad Clark. This Duke volleyball student girl, she should lose her scholarship, be suspended. And I wish BYU, I know they are a Christian, I believe, or maybe Mormon school, they need to sue, file lawsuits. Now notice that the sports media jumped all over this, of course, and the sports media is often wrong, especially when it comes to around like drafts, like the NFL draft, NBA draft. All these teams were making fun. The whole sports media were fans of Sam Darnold, who was a quarterback, and they were making fun of the Bills taking Josh Allen. And now I believe Josh Allen has won an MVP, and he looks to be pretty good. And the sports media has yet to come out and apologize. That's just one, but they are often wrong all the time. Stephen A. Smith, because he's a joke. His ego's so big, he won't even apologize when he's wrong on sports topics. So when it comes to something nearing political, I don't expect him to have a backbone.
We're not doing ourselves any favors if we bring it up and broach it when it doesn't exist.
Notice the trend in the media before the midterms. So they were looking for this. They were hoping that there was something here. So there was nothing here. And then the media, I want to say rest in peace to the Queen. I don't keep up with the royal family. I'm not infatuated with them. I couldn't tell you who's who in a picture. I'm not infatuated with them like the media claims all Americans are. I don't know nobody who knows anything about this so-called royal family. But the media hates that Queen Elizabeth passed away because they got to take a break from bashing Republicans, talking about Donald Trump and documents. First off, is there any liberal or Democrat out there that can answer? Number one, where did he sell the documents to? Number two, what was the cost? How much did he sell them for? And three, why? They can't answer any of those questions. But I saw a clip of, MSNBC. They're up here having conversations about the documents, and he's a thief. He stole them.
We know that in 2021, that there was a rash of deaths of American spies. They were being caught. They were being killed. This is a very real and exigent circumstance. And the CIA has admitted to that. We are not saying that we know that there is some connection between the Purloined documents and those events. But they did happen at a time when Trump did have custody of some really sensitive information that he shouldn't have had. You know, you think about that. You think about Victor Vesselberg, who's being investigated for something else, for fraud. But he's a, Russian oligarch, sort of Trump and crony world. His house recently got raided. His yacht got seized. He's being investigated for something totally different. But Trump knows the kinds of people who one might want to investigate, who might want to do bad things to the United States and might not be on our side. And I wonder how frustrated you think law enforcement must be knowing that they can't look into any of that.
Like it's something rooted in truth, and it's not. And it's a shame that journalism has really became that. You can just speculate. The sports media does it too. Similar to this. You can just speculate all day. Just gargle at the mouth, basically. So yeah, the media hates that because now they got to talk about Queen Elizabeth for the next 3-4 weeks. They were hoping that there was some racism here. I want you guys to see this clip from CBS 17 on them. The clip is 30 seconds on the BYU investigation wrapping up. So the conclusion is here. Nothing is found. It's a 30-second video, but the media, when they first were talking about the situation. They were talking about it 5-10 minutes. It was daily, throwing it out there, just throwing it out there. And now they're trying to do, in a sense, damage control. Check it out.
Thanks, Laura. A developing story is today the BYU athletics department said it has lifted its ban against a fan who was accused of yelling racial slurs at a Duke volleyball player. Duke played BYU back on August 26th. Since then, the university said they have spoken with dozens of people at the game and looked through security cameras and did not find the person who was in question accused of yelling slurs at that Duke student.
Yeah, so you guys saw that news clip, and the player that was banned from BYU, the ban has been lifted, thank God. So they just chose some guy. They wanted to say he was mentally, something wrong with him mentally. Like, they were just throwing stuff on him, and that's really a shame in itself. Like, they literally picked some guy who probably they know had a allegedly mental issue, and they just want to ban him and pick him out. Isn't that like chooses? Ain't that some ism? Which one is that? From what I assume from BYU. So that guy who was barred should sue BYU. It need to be a lot of lawsuits being filed. And like I say, BYU's brand, I don't think the BYU, the Cougar fan base, a college has a fan base for the sport. The media and everybody else can talk all they want. People are still going to show up to BYU games. People are still going to apply to go to BYU. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about the situation at hand. This is JC5K. I'll see y'all in the next one.